How do you feel about having a chance to get through to the European final?
Yeah, we're very aware that this is a huge opportunity for the club. Get past Dortmund, we're into our first European final for a long, long time, and the fans deserve it, the players deserve it. The way they've played this season has been incredible. So I really hope we just leave it all out on the pitch there, and we just get the result that we deserve as a club and get ourselves to a European final.
What are your thoughts on the Dortmund team?
Yeah, Dortmund are a really good side. They've got a mixture of good youth and some good old heads in that squad. I'm kind of hoping they play more of the old heads, so then we can use our young squad with their physicality to sort of get the better of them, like we did against Ajax. But I'm expecting a tough game. It's going to be difficult. We're missing, obviously, a couple of key players as well, which is rather frustrating, but we've got to do the best we can do. Hello and welcome back to the Leeds United FM20 save. Today it's the big one. We've got the Europa League Semi Final against Borussia Dortmund. What we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is play both games against Borussia Dortmund and probably do like a small mini highlight package of the Bournemouth and Watford games in between that as well. Because obviously we want to get through this as quickly as possible. We want to see ourselves hopefully get to a cup final. Fingers crossed. Since you guys were last here, we've only played 2 games, and they were a win against Sheffield Wednesday 2-1 in the league, and then actually a bit of a 1-1 draw against West Ham United. A bit of a surprise, that one, but we did play better in that game. We just couldn't get the winning goal, unfortunately. But other than those 2 games, there's not really an awful lot to update you on, apart from a big injury to Joe Gelhardt, who's out for 4 to 5 weeks, and his injury came through. It's a bit less now, obviously, but we're going to miss him, I think, for both legs against Borussia Dortmund, and it's a big blow to the club because he's a fantastic player and massively in form at the moment. Obviously, he's not the only first-team player with an injury. Holozek is still injured from last time out as well. Probably won't play in the first leg at all, but might play in the second leg. Van Voort also out with a pulled back muscle in training as well. But obviously, Farner's been playing really well for us recently, so Farner is getting the nod at the moment as that first-choice player. But Van Voort, I think next season, might get the nod as the first choice. I'll have to sort of see how the season concludes itself. But injuries to some key players in the squad there. Hopefully we don't need them. Other than those things, there's nothing else to update you on in game. There are 2 things that I want to quickly just shout out to you guys. Number 1, the giveaway for the copy of FM21 ends at midnight tonight UK time. So get yourselves down in the comments section. There's a link in there to join the giveaway. Make sure you get yourself in there right at the end. And obviously I'll announce the winner tomorrow. There will be some more giveaways. So if you don't make it into this one or you don't win this one, then don't worry, because there will be some more coming your way. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that one. And the second thing as well, if you head over to my community page, if you click on my username, go to my channel, then click on community tab on the top of the screen, or around the top of the screen, just below the banner I think it is. I've got a poll. We're talking about FM21 saves. A bit of a discussion that I want to have with you guys on there. I need your comments on there as well, and obviously to vote in the poll. So go check that one out as well. But let's get into this first leg then against Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, last episode we found out that diamonds are forever. They worked very, very well against Manchester City, but I'd rather us start and play to our strength, which is the wings, really. Our strength are Renier and McNeil. They're very, very good players, and I think we can then bring the diamond on later on in the game, should we need to. So, this is the team that I think will be starting today against Borussia Dortmund. Farner's in goal as per usual with Olizer, Varane, Ferro and Tomiyasu. Looks like actually Josko's just come back from his injury, so we'll bring him onto the bench instead of Todibo for this one, because I want to get him match sharp again pretty soon. Thomas stays in that CDM position with Valenzuela this time playing as the box-to-box midfielder alongside Alenia. McNeil on the left, Renier on the right, and Bartol Barisic with his 15 goals thus far this season will lead the line for us. This is the team that I think can do it. We've got the home leg first. Let's get a good advantage. Let's not concede any goals, and let's get ourselves to a Europa League final. So, kickoff is upon us. God, this is big. They've got Jude Bellingham playing for them. They've got Adeyemi playing for them. They've got Reina sort of out of position a little bit. He's more of a central player from my experience of using him. So, they've got a good side, and they've come very close with Hummels with his header. But Hummels now, in this version of the game, must be well into his 30s. He can't be that fast. We've got a lot of pace in our attack, so hopefully we can sort of put a ball over the top or two and get ahead of him and something like that. That would be pretty good, as Alenia gets the ball in the middle of the park, gets it out towards Tomiyasu, using a bit of pace to get down the right-hand side of the pitch. Renier now with a good dribbling, gets past nearly one. Thomas gets the ball instead, and Renier's past him straight away. Renier in the area. Renier gets the opening goal of the game. Come on! That is exactly what we needed to start this game off. We had to get an early goal. We had to assert ourselves, and 16 for the season now, Renier. What a signing he's turned out to be. Obviously, Holozek's been a bit unlucky not being picked ahead of Renier and obviously getting a few injuries this season as well. But Renier has made that position his own, I must say. And I think for next season, I'm already starting to think ahead of for next season a little bit. Holozek becomes just a striker. We use him to rotate with Gelhardt and Barisic. And then on the right-hand side, we've got Renier. And then Onino's coming through very quickly as well. He's up to championship current ability. And I feel like he's the first one of our youth prospects that's come through our youth academy that I think we can really realistically start to use next season. So I think Onino will get a lot of game time next season on that right wing, as we've nearly conceded a goal there. We need to be a bit more switched on those situations. Free kick for Dortmund now in the 23rd minute. Guerrero puts his one into the middle and it bounces around the area a little bit, and we've just about got it cleared. But I was slagging off Hummels earlier, saying he's slow. Of course he then scores a bloody wonder goal from the edge of the area. Of course he does. I mean, it's not a bad effort from him, to be fair. We cleared it off the line, and it's not... It's such a good goal, that. That is a class goal. Annoyingly, it's first of the season as well. You hate to see it. But of course, that is an away goal for Borussia Dortmund. We can't be conceding too many more of those, otherwise we're going to be in a whole world of trouble in the second leg. Passionately, it's a great opportunity to show the pundits they've been right to back you all season. Let's try and go for it. Let's really go for it in the second half. We might move to the diamond with 20 or so minutes to go, because that's what worked for us in the past relatively well, as Dortmund put a cross in the middle and it's just about cleared away. That was a very good opportunity for them. We are a little bit nervous at the back, I think. We're going to say get creative because they're looking a bit frustrated and complacent. So let's say get creative. Let's try and work something out in this second half. But as the clock sort of goes down to 25 minutes or so to go, I'm thinking about switching to the diamonds, as Axel Witsel is a very, very good player. Gets back to Hummels and to Bellingham. They've got a really good midfield, actually, in Witsel and Bellingham, as they can cross the ball into the middle, and it's cleared again. They're having a lot of luck down the wings, aren't they? But we've now got a free kick. Valenzuela puts it in the middle, cleared. Witsel gets it to Adeyemi. Is this going to be a big counter-attack? No, because Thomas sweeps up that ball nicely. Tomiyasu into Ferro. Ferro across to McNeil. McNeil, come on, lad. Let's get down the wing. Use your pace. He's got past his man. McNeil into the middle. Gets it to Valenzuela. Valenzuela into Thomas. Thomas to do nothing with it. I've lost the excitement now because he was meant to shoot. But Renier shoots and puts it wide. Okay, it's time. Renier's played well, but it's time to switch things up a little bit. Let's go to the diamond. Obviously, Gutierrez has got to come on instead, as opposed to... He's got a good left foot as well on him. You love to see it. So let's make him the advance forward. Barisic as the poacher. And let's bring on Kenneth Taylor for McNeil to then swap with Alenia. So, changes made. 20 minutes to go. Come on. This is the time where we get the goals that we need. It worked beautifully against Man City last episode, and we've conceded. It's not even offside. Oh, that's so frustrating. So frustrating that's happened. Is he not offside? No, he was just about onside. Very, very close, but you hate to see it. The diamond hasn't worked out for us this time. Let's go a bit more attacking. We've got nothing to lose, so may as well go very attacking at the end of this game, maybe, as we've nearly gone 2-0 down. Come on, boys. Let's just get back on level terms. That's all we need to do. Get back on level terms, and then we can start the next game and just have to win it. All we have to do is win the next game against them if we can get back on level terms, and that's something we can do. As Tomiyasu into the middle, Bartol, Gutierrez is there. Don't tell me that's offside. Oh, things are not going well for us. Oh, that's frustrating. I mean, it's good that we got the goal. We create the opportunity, but to see it go offside as Valenzuela this time into the middle, cleared. And I think there's going to be a counter-attack this time for Borussia Dortmund, unless we can get the challenging. Come on, Calvin. Is that Calvin? It's not been Calvin Phillips, not on the pitch, is he? Oh, you hate to see it, lads. I thought that was the chance. I thought that was the opportunity, as Alenia can't quite win the ball back off Borussia Dortmund. We've got 4 minutes of added time to try and get something, but right now, Axel Witsel coming forward into Giovanni Renier, or Reina, sorry, I'm talking about our Renier, as, oh, you hate to see it. Well, you know what this means? This means we've got to win big. We've got to win big in the second leg now. And I'm not sure, as Atletico Madrid thrash Borussia Mönchengladbach 6-1, I'm not sure if we're going to do it or not. That's a tough result to take, and I'll take some blame and responsibility for that goal at the end because that pushes on to very attacking. But we had to do it to try and get a goal back in that game. We had to do it. Instead, it has backfired, so maybe we didn't have to do it. Oh, Tom, you idiot. In the meantime, we're going to do two very quick highlights of the games against Bournemouth and, Watford. Two quick highlights against these two teams. As it stands right now, we are 7th in the table, but we've got 2 games in hand on Everton, who are in 6th right now. So, win those, we go 5 points clear of them to 57 points, which would be very, very good for us. We're then 6 points behind Tottenham. I don't think we'll catch them up this season, but I think we can certainly make 6th place our own this season. Liverpool went on to win the Carabao Cup earlier on this season. Obviously, we play them in the final. So if we get 6th, we are guaranteed European football of some sorts next season. So I think we're still in a strong, stable, commanding position. But games, bloody hell, I didn't realise how quick and fast they were coming. We've literally got days off in between the next 3 games. And then 2 days off. Jeez, this is going to be a tough one for the boys. And obviously, it doesn't really help that we've got injuries to some key players as well. Oh, okay. This is the problem. So I won't go into too much depth, but we do need to rotate things for Bournemouth. So I'll do that and I will see you in game. So ordinarily, we should be thrashing Bournemouth, but given the amount of time we have, or lack of time we have between games, this is going to be a lot tougher than it normally would be. But I'm still going to go for a 2-1 win against Bournemouth. And here's the first chance of the game. Josko's playing at left back for us today just to get some match sharpness, but as you can see, he's not very sharp and he loses possession straight away. Bournemouth look to come forward and Bournemouth get the ball into the middle, and they've scored. You hate to see it. I should point out as well, this doesn't count as one of our games in hand against Everton, so that's good for us as we've just hit the crossbar. You hate to see that as well. So half-time, 1-0 down, but not actually all over us. We're all over them actually looking at the match stats. We just can't get it in the back of the net. Free kick for Bournemouth, Falk to take it into the middle, and it's again against the post. Bournemouth have been very unlucky with the chances that they've had today. Despite us having, nearly 3 times as many shots of them, we've just not done anything good in this game, and now we're 2-0 down. Oh no. Is it all falling apart now? We've had a really good run of form, suddenly we lose to Dortmund, which is terrible, and now suddenly we can't buy a win. Despite dominating games. Trincão's 13th of the season is very, very good as well, to be fair, for Bournemouth, so well done to him. 10 minutes ago, is it too little, too late, as Calvin puts the ball in the middle. It goes through, and it's still not turned. Gutierrez finally puts in the back of the net. You love to see it. That's 1 goal back. The comeback is on now. The comeback is on. The comeback wasn't on. It wasn't on. We've lost 2-1 there. That is a disappointing result, particularly because that means that Bournemouth are now a single point behind us, although we do have 3 games. How have we got all these games on hand on teams? I don't quite know how we've got all these games in hand, but we seem to. The worst thing is, though, we had to pay another £3.5 million for Barisic to Dynamo, because he's played 50 games for us now, which is a little annoying. But obviously, because the fixture list is terrible right now, we need to just go and rest everyone right now for a day, just so they might stand a chance of playing the next game. Watford, though, are near the bottom of the table, fighting against relegation. So this one should be a little bit more routine than Bournemouth. But again, we've suddenly played 3 games in like 4 days. So it's a bit difficult. And we have changed a lot of the lineup around again. But hopefully we get the job done against Leeds United today as they look to come forward. Jones on the ball. Jones shoots. Good save, Farinez. Corner for us. Valenzuela puts it in the middle. Barisic is there. 16th of the season. Gives us the lead. Now this one I think is a game in hand against Everton, but obviously we lost the game against Bournemouth and they won their game in their time anyway. So actually the game in hand doesn't matter too much right now because all of us, in fact it might have been a game in hand. Was it? No, I can't remember now. Well, suddenly, if we win this game and win our next game, we're going to go level on points with Everton as opposed to 2 points ahead of them or 5 points. What is going on here? I feel like we should be doing a lot better against Everton than we are. I don't quite understand why we're... Unless I got the maths wrong completely in the first place, I don't know. I guess when we lost to Bournemouth, they won their game as well, which obviously helps them out quite a bit too. But we should still finish up ahead of them, I would have thought. But let's not complain about that too much. Let's just get the job done against Watford today. Let's get the win and get back into the winning ways before we play against Borussia Dortmund. We have to win by like 3 or 4 goals. Come on, we've got another one. And I wasn't looking because I've just realised that OBS updated the other day, and now like the volume thing on here it's now in like 60 frames a second. It looks mental. So I was just watching that, and then I saw on my screen here that we just scored a goal and they had to celebrate. Either way, Barisic 2-0 up. Luckily, though, we have been able to see out the second half. Not an awful lot happening in it, but we've just seen it out. We've got a highlight right at the end. If we can make it 3, that would be perfect, because we need to score 3 goals against Borussia Dortmund to progress into the final. Obviously, that's 3 goals without reply as well. We've got to win by 3 goals, which is rather annoying. But Zagreb coming forward. Come on, let's get a 3rd goal in there. We can't. Something tells me if we can't score 3 against Watford or Bournemouth, then we probably won't score 3 away from home against Dortmund, but we can give it a try. At least we got the win there, which was good. All of a sudden we're on... I swear I must have been looking at the table wrong. Or at least when I was looking at it, it wasn't updated. Because I did think I was going crazy that we'd be so far behind Everton. But now it does say we're only 1 point behind Everton. Win our game in hand, we're 2 points clear of them. So that's what we need to do. Again, though, for the final time, I'm going to rest everyone in the playing squad. And hopefully they're just all well and fit enough to play against Dortmund. So, 3-1 down. We've got to win 3-0. I've just put the team back together. Farron is in goal. Oliver, Varane, Ferro, Tomiyasu, Thomas, Phillips, Alenia, McNeil, Renia and Barisic. That's the team that I think will do it. Obviously, the diamond didn't quite work out against Borussia Dortmund like it did in last episode against Ajax and Man City. So I think we stick with the wingers and just play our normal game. Right, kickoff is upon us. It's a huge ask to win this. A huge ask to win this normally, but to win it by 3 goals, I think our luck and our run in the Europa League might just have run out, unfortunately. As Farron makes a good save there from a danger man, who I didn't really tout as a danger man. I said last game, didn't I? Literally, Reina scored against us, Giovanni Reina scored against us, and then we had Hummel score against us. I said at the time, Hummel's is slow, we can use pace against him, and I said Reina's being played that position, he won't do anything. Of course, they both score the goals, which win the game for them, which wasn't great, and now we've got to defend against an early attack, Jude Bellingham's header just over the bar. But as the first half ticks by, we're not scoring goals. We need to go more attacking, and we need to say get creative. We need to score 1 before half-time. 1 goal before half-time is what we need, but it's not happening. And we go into half-time 0-0. Which isn't great. I mean, as you can see, Atletico Madrid 1-1 with Borussia Mönchengladbach. They're through to the final easily. And as it stands right now, you would probably say that so are Borussia Dortmund. But I've seen stranger things happen. I've seen stranger things... It's offside. It's offside, lads. Don't worry. It's offside. Linesman's not moving. It's offside. Karim Adeyemi, get in the bin, lad. Get in the bin. What we might have to do is something rather ambitious if we can't score goals. And that is... just lump everyone up front, basically. Lump everyone up front as I think Renia was offside and they built to that anyway, despite it not even going in the back of a net. Apparently not. It's gone straight to a corner, which Oliver puts into the middle, but it is cleared by Zagadou, and Dortmund can sort of just get rid of that one now. Free kick for Borussia Dortmund at the other end of the pitch. On the edge of the area, they get out to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham is fouled by Alenia. It's definitely a free kick. That's not in the area. Not in the area. Good. Check the VAR, but it's gone for a free kick. Okay, that's fine. Please don't do anything with it, though, Guerrero, as he swings one in. Adeyemi puts it just wide. Okay. We've got to go for it, haven't we? We've got to score goals. So let's get... Renia can play up front, can't he? A little bit. Let's get Barisic through the middle as the poacher. Let's get Gutierrez on one side as... In fact, what we can do is have him as an advance for... Poacher on one side. Barisic as the poacher on the other side. And then Reina can be more of that pressing forward or something like that. Alenia can play in the middle, can't he? As can... In fact, McNeil can... Oh, actually... Can anyone else play up front? Nassi can. Okay. This is a bold move. Nassi on. Up front, please, if you will. Although I've just taken Tomiyasu off for him, haven't I? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to be Tomiyasu there. Oliver there. And then get in the middle. One of you, get in the middle of the... There we go. Do that. And then Nassi comes on for Oliver. And then we go very attacking, and then we push forward. I mean, it's ambitious, but we've got to try it. We've got to try something to score some goals in this game. And to do that, we've got to push players forward. Instantly, though, there is a throw-in for Borussia Dortmund, which they've nearly scored from, but they haven't scored from, most importantly. Now, this is where we build and push on the attack. Obviously, we are a bit vulnerable down the wings, but if we can push through the middle of the pitch, we should score goals. We should score goals as Bartol loses possession. Come on, get the ball back, lad. Get the ball back. Be a tenacious little terrier or something like that and just get the ball back. He's not done it. We've lost it to Giovanni Reina. I keep saying Reina, even though it's because it's our Reina that I'm thinking of. Giovanni Reina. Oh, we've lost possession again. Zachary coming forwards. Farinez saves. Giovanni Reina is doing well and Farinez saves. Okay, it's all right. Annoyingly, though, all the tactical changes that we've made, nothing yet. Nothing. Apart from Gutierrez has given us a lifeline. 2 more goals, boys. 2 more goals. Let's get creative out there. Come on. Get creative. 2 more goals is what we need, and there's a highlight right now. There's a highlight right now. Come on. Let's get the goals we deserve in this game as Elenia wins the ball. Get it across to Nassi. Nassi. Oh, how has he done that? Oh, if that was Bartol, that was in the back of the net. Oh, that is so annoying. How have we not? Oh, and there's 10 minutes left. Come on. Come on, lads. Can I do any more shouts? Yes. Show some passion. Just passion all over yourself, all right, boys? That sounds quite dodgy. Don't passion all over yourselves. Just put some passion on the pitch. Win the game for us. Let's get the challenge in on Jude Bellingham as Jude Bellingham can't score. Give me some highlights. Give me some highlights. This was meant to work. It was meant to work. It could have almost worked. It hasn't worked. We've lost it 3-2 on aggregate in the semi. I'm surprised we even won the second leg. So close yet so far. You know what? If we had scored that goal where Nassi could have had it in the back of the net, and we then obviously lost 3-3 on away goals, I would have been more heartbroken. So part of me is glad that he didn't score that goal. But I can't fault the boys, really. What a run we've had this season in the Europa League. What a run we have had. To get to the semi-finals is absolutely mental. But Dortmund are a very, very good team and they're playing Atletico Madrid in the final, and Atletico Madrid are an even better team. So if we got to the final, I don't think we would have won that one either. £2 million though for getting to the semi-finals I think is a decent fee. I'm happy with that. But it's not all doom and gloom. Win our game in hand, we go back ahead of Everton and we get 6th place in the table, and hopefully we just stay in 6th place and we're back in European football for next season. So there's a real big possibility that we are going to have European football again next season. If we get Europa League football again, we strengthen our team when we need to, and next season we get to a final. But let's not forget, we do have a final coming up tomorrow. We've got one against Liverpool in the FA Cup. Now that's going to be a very difficult game to win. Win that, we get automatic European football wherever we come to the table, but ideally we want to be finishing 6th either way. So fingers crossed we do just finish in the top 6 and win this, and that'll be good, and we can forget about losing the Europa League semi-final. But we do have some tough games coming up. Wolves, Arsenal, Fulham, Norwich and Man City. Actually, Wolves and Arsenal 12th and 10th, obviously not quite so good in this version of the game right now. Fulham and Norwich should be wins, but you never know against teams like that. I think next episode we're going to do tomorrow as a premiere, so that basically means that we'll be playing it like a live stream, but it's not a live stream because it's pre-recorded, but there's a nice chat down the sidebar. So we'll do that tomorrow, I'll say around 6:30, and then at 7 PM we'll do some live streaming over on Twitch, which will be quite good fun. But Norwich, Man City and Liverpool, or maybe I want to do Norwich basically because obviously we've got the grudge against them this season. I'm not too fussed about Man City, so we might just brush over that very quickly. But I do want to play against Liverpool, obviously in the FA Cup final, because it's a big one. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel because they will come up saying there's a premiere. I'll put it out on Twitter, on my Discord, and in the community tab as well. So I'll put it on there so you are aware of where to go and when to watch the premiere. But until then, have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye.